point of the event is to talk, of course, about the Canada-European Union free trade negotiations, which, to date, there hasn't been a lot of discussion in the media, we found, or even in public, and our politicians are generally trying to get this thing passed pretty quickly and I think under the radar.
When we talk about the CETA agreement, I have to say that this is not the ideas of the workers. The free trade agreement is more or less an idea from the big corporations, the big companies, about getting access to market, to improve their profit, and to go into areas where there have been no profit before, like public services.
What this deal would do is tie the hands not only of the existing governments in Ottawa, in the provinces and territories, and in cities across the country, tie the hands of current governments, but also of future governments, just as past free trade agreements have done. But this agreement goes way beyond anything we see in NAFTA or the WTO.
This is important to expose the real nature of the EU, because the EU actually presents itself as a positive alternative to the ES, especially to seduce Canadian citizens.
Workers will be put under pressure, there will be worse conditions, and we know from other free trade agreements that more than 90% of the workers and the jobs are worse after the competition has been introduced.
What this deal would explicitly prevent is governments deciding to use procurement for measures like economic development of their own constituency. If the Ontario government said, for the good of Ontarians, we want to spend the tax dollars of Ontarians here in Ontario, they could not use that as a deciding factor. It would be pure competitiveness with the European manufacturers.
The most important is the institution in the new agreement of a dispute settlement body. This mechanism allows firms to sue states if they decided a regulation against their own interests.
I think that the unions, both in Canada and Europe, have to mobilize towards their governments to stop this agreement.
We have allies in Europe that we're going to continue this struggle with. And so I want to encourage you, get involved, talk to other folks, get the word out. We have to be smart, we have to be strategic, we have to be organized, but ultimately it comes down to popular power.